Hello and welcome to the video to learn about the absolute values. While solving a math question, you might have sometimes come across this symbol where there's a number in between two bars and a lot of students doesn't really know what it refers to. Now, whenever you see a number inside two bars, this means the absolute value, which always refers to a positive value. So we can say an absolute value is absolutely positive. So whenever you see a number inside these bars, it always refers to a positive value. Now let's see, why do we always take it as a positive value? The definition for an absolute value is, it is the distance between 0 and the number on a number line. And because the distance cannot be negative, that's the reason why an absolute value is always taken to be positive. In simple terms, we can say that an absolute value is the value of the number without any signs with it. Okay. So that's pretty basic and we understood what the absolute value is, but still it is sometimes a tough call for students to solve an absolute value equation. So let's see how to solve an absolute value equation. So for example, let's say you get a question which says what is the value of x if the absolute value of x plus 3 equals 5. To solve a question like these, what you should do is, we should take two possibilities. The two possibilities would be, one, when we say when the number inside the bars is more than 0, and the second when we say the number inside the bars is less than 0. So let's look at how to solve for both the possibilities. When we say that the number inside the bars should be more than 0, the equation becomes x plus 3 equals a 5, or we get x is equal to a 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. And the second is when we see that x plus 3 is less than 0, so we put a negative sign and we multiply the whole left hand side with a negative. Now the equation changes to minus x minus 3 equals a 5, or a minus x is equal to a 5 plus 3, or we get minus x is equal to 8, or we get x is equal to minus 8. So we have these two solutions, either x equals 2 or x is equal to minus 8. Now if we put both these values here, let's see what do we get. So if I put x is equal to 2, it becomes a 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5, so that works. And when we put x is equal to a minus 8, it becomes minus 8 plus 3, which is equal to a minus 5, the absolute value. But as we learned, the absolute value always comes out to be positive, so even this gives us a 5. So even this works. So as we can see here, an absolute value generally gives us two solutions. So this is what you have to keep in mind about an absolute value, that this x can refer to two values instead of just one value.